I slept with Meghan before Harry, as Rory Mcilroy opens a press conference and admits that Archie is his real son. Prince Harry has shared his sweetest details about his and Meghan Markle's children, Archie at 3 and Lilibet, Lili, at 1. As during a recent call with the winners of the WellChild Awards, which can now be viewed above, the Duke of Sussex had spoke to the 4-year-old Henry Waines, who had won the Inspirational Child Award in the 4th 6 years category. As Henry, who was born with a severe health problem, appeared on the call with his parents, Ben and Shevonne, and at which point the 38-year-old royal had opened up about his own children's development. And after hearing Henry's voice, Prince Harry had shared, "You sound just like my son Archie. You have the same little squeaky voice. I love it." As Henry's parents had asked the father of two, "How are Archie and Lilibet doing?" To which he replied, "They are doing great. Archie is very, very busy, and Lili is learning to use her voice, which is great." And speaking with the Shakira Crowther, Prince Harry had noticed her giant giraffe balloon, as he attempted sign language to speak with a 10-year-old, who is the only known survivor of a rare bacterial brain infection and had passed on during treatment for a brain tumor. As Prince Harry, who's been a patron of the WellChild since 2007, had asked Shakira, "How long have you had the giraffe for?" Because Archie has a giraffe as well that has lasted a very long time, and we call him Gerald. As the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex had intended to attend the WellChild ceremony on September 8th. However, on that day, the couple had learned of Her Majesty's deteriorating health, which was released in a statement by Buckingham Palace to the public, which had led to them pulling out of the event. And the late monarch had sadly died on the same day. As Prince Harry, who together with Markle had stepped back as the senior members of the royal family in 2020, has continued to play an active role as a patron for the WellChild. As the role has involved him in meeting with myriad children and the young people, nurses, researchers, and volunteers. As Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are currently raising their children in Montecito, California. As they return to their home and had reunited with Archie and Lilibet last month, following an overseas trip to the UK, which was extended following the Queen's death. In an interview with The Cut for the New York Times, published in August, Markle took journalist Alison P. Davis with her to collect Archie from school, and Davis had later documented the heartwarming exchange in her article. As she had wrote, "If he, Archie, forgets to say please or thank you, Meghan reminds him of the manners that make the man." As Davies continued, at a spotlight, she, Meghan, reaches into the trunk and produces a brand new black backpack and hands it to a security detail to give to an unhoused man on the corner. As they are teaching Archie that some people live in big houses and some in small ones, and that some are in between homes. As they make Kit to pass out with water and peanut butter crackers and granola bars. "I ate one," Archie contributes. Last November, Markle spoke to Ellen DeGeneres about Prince Harry and the motherhood in the midst of the pandemic. "We've just been able to spend a lot of time at home," she had said, "as we're just happy." Speaking adoringly of her husband as a father, she said, "Harry is being a dad was the most beautiful thing to watch." In other news, a new book claims that Meghan Markle once flirted so hard with professional golfer Rory Mcilroy that her boyfriend at the time had demanded to know if she was cheating. According to page 6, Mcilroy and Markle had met in August 2014 when he had nominated her for the Ice Bucket Challenge, an activity that promoted awareness of the disease ALS, and she had told him to come to her friend's New York apartment to dump the ice on her himself. As the ice bucket encounter has been detailed in Tom Bower's new book, Revenge, Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsors, which also claims that Markle and Mcilroy enjoyed a drink afterwards at the golfer's hotel, and were later invited to dinner. Bauer writes that McIlroy was worse for wear the following morning, and that his performance at a golf tournament that day had showed it. As nevertheless, he refused to sleep as usual near the golf course to be ready the following day. Instead, he drove back to New York to see Meghan. His performance had suffered, and Bauer writes. As Bauer book claims that Markle then raved about McIlroy on her blog, as the TIG promoting her then-boyfriend, Chef Corey Vitiello, to ask if she was cheating on him. Markle had said her time with McIlroy was innocent, and he believed her. As a couple of months later, Markle and McIlroy were seen enjoying dinner together in Dublin, with a newspaper gossip columnist saying that she looked smitten. As according to Bauer, Vitiello again asked Markle about the nature of her relationship with McIlroy, and she again insisted that they were just friends. As the couple remained together until 2016, with Bauer's book claiming that Markle was still living with Vitiello when she went on with her now famous blind date with Prince Harry in London that year.